Ich glaube, ich habe die falsche Entscheidung getroffen gehabt. So, ich hätte verschont sollen. Fuck, ich wollte es eigentlich gar nicht verwandeln. Fuck sake, was ist das denn? Fuck, Dorothy. Das wollte ich eigentlich gar nicht.
Believe I'm doing this.
This district seems to get uglier every year.
Wo bist denn du? Wo kann ich zu dir hin? Das ist ein Unbekannter, den möchte ich mal.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. My father is an idiot.
Forgive my blunt.
Why should I?
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Have you any recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Nobody dares to enter the dispensary now. Rumours say the nurse has gone mad.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young.
Why are you sad then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books. I liked books.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father?
Have you tried?
I don't go out or...
But you are not...
Am I not?
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Rumschnüffeln, rumschnüffeln. Ja, das ist cool.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Come on, take a look.
You never... What do you...
Harry's a good boy.
What troubles him?
Despite being...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
You again?
Harry,
I've always...
you really...
He's my prop.
Do you...
Only...
Since the...
No one will ever... Hey, Doctor. We are poop.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I should never have taken up my father.
I will return at a more convenient time.
Aha.
So you only hurt people because you care about me? Is that it?
Don't be such a brat. I do what I must to provide us with food and medicine, that's all.
Mum would never have let you bully an old friend like Mr. Lewis. Shame on you.
Harry, I'm your father and I love you. But don't you ever speak to me like that again.
What? You're gonna beat me too?
Jesus. Give me patience.
Ja, nein, danke, hier wollte ich nicht hin. Wo ist sie denn?
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your vain unable to see the true horror around you.
Ich guck jetzt mal kurz mit nach, wo die ist, sonst suche ich mir einen Ast ab bei ihr. Wie heißt sie nochmal? Da. Nee. Doch. Da. Ich sehe sie auch schon. Ich muss zum Friedhof oder was schon wieder? Ja, Mickey, ich weiß. Blöde Kuh. Ja, wo ist der Friedhof? Sag es mir. Da? Ja. Wo ist Mickey auch da? Die Schnauze, Mickey, jetzt. Ich weiß Bescheid. Ne, ist die Old Road, richtig. Hier ist der Friedhof irgendwo. Da irre ich mich gerade. Wo ist der Friedhof, Alter? Das krieg ich nicht so. Ja, hallo. der Friedhof? Nee. War der Friedhof nochmal?
Your own will not protect you.
Ah. Wir sowieso zum Friedhof gehen. Wenn ich so lang gehe, perfekt.
For there is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
Friedhof geht's nach rechts. Und dann nochmal nach rechts. Rechts. Dann nochmal nach rechts. Genau. Na, muss ich doch gegen die Wichser da kämpfen. Drauf geschissen, Alter. Du schießt gegen die Wand, du Held. Granate wer? Okay, die Knoblauchgranate, wer kennt die nicht? Ist nichts getroppt, doch da. Kann sagen. Ach, Schmiermittel. Ich habe Schmerzmittel gelesen. Perfekt. So. Ich muss nach links. Da muss ich geradeaus. Dann muss ich nach rechts. Ja, guck mal. Das ist ein Ding ins Kirchensviech. Autsch. Gib mir einen Kuss. Ich habe genug Ausdauer, um mit deinen Ausgeweichen mitzuhalten. Mach dir keine Sorgen, Alter. Ist nichts gedroppt, leider, war. Bist ja auch knausiger Bastard, Alter. Geht schon nicht hoch? Bin ich hier falsch? Ich muss hier rechts. Okay, da durch die Gasse nach rechts und nochmal nach rechts und dann. Ja. Rechts, rechts. So, jetzt sind wir rechts und rechts. Oh ja, Ulti. Jetzt kommt sie. Bam. Hey. Alter. Das hier war es ganz schön gewagt, wa? Tja. Ich habe nicht mehr genug Blut anscheinend. Ach, zum Friedhof. So, wo war die Fotze nochmal?
Mother, why have you come here? This is proving far worse than I imagined.
Hä? Wieso ist das Ding abgesperrt? Früher bin ich da durch reingekommen. Oh, warum ist das jetzt abgesperrt? Warum?
Avery, I leave you to care for my mother. I'm in no state to comfort her.
Ach, am Arsch aus, ich hätte ganz weg zurück. Das Spiel ab und zu, ne? Schade, dass es keine Schnellreise gibt. Hier rein. Dann nach rechts. Beweg dich, Alter. Wo kommt ihr jetzt her? Ihr wart vorher noch nicht da. Level 16 auch noch. Oh ja. Was soll ich da jetzt? Ach, na, warte.
I have this thirst.
Warum bist du jetzt tot? Was hast du Schönes dabei gehabt? Ach nee. Hallo. Ich weiß nicht. Ulti direkt. Ah, der 16 kann ja nichts anderes anscheinend. Gut zu wissen. Hier war ich noch nie. Hi. Mann, lass mich doch Ausdauer regenerieren. Ja, du kannst auch noch dran, glaub mir. Ja. Okay, ein Bolt-Schall bekommen. Wie wahrscheinlich eine Quest, die ich jetzt übersprungen habe ein bisschen. Passt schon. Ich glaube einfach euer Stuff. Geld. So, muss ich jetzt hier hin? Nee. Warte, weil hier gibt es aber trotzdem Stuff. Zack. Pillendose, perfekt. Ich muss nach links. Oh, wieso muss da immer einer stehen? Ein paar Level über mir, aber können trotzdem nichts geschissen, oder? Jetzt hier hoch, denke ich. Dann nach links, ne? Ja. Perfekt, ich bin schon auf dem richtigen Weg. Die habe ich schon wahrscheinlich alle gekillt, die böse sind zu mir. Ja. Ich bin nicht der Böse. What the fuck? Dann nach links, nochmal links. Beweg dich. Ja, ich bin unterwegs. Richtig. Oh, Ratten. Her mit. Ich brauche ein bisschen Blut. Lecker.
Despicable.
Nein, nein. Nötig ist das, nicht despicable. Ja, danke für dein Geld. Ja, guck mal, hier ist so eine Wache. Die greife ich jetzt mal an. Ja. Guten Flug, Alter. Hört auf, mich anzugreifen, Alter. Alter. Du stirbst das erste, Alter. Oh ja. Komm her. Trau dich. Da trau ich mich halt. Schmeckt. Hört auf, den Friedhof zu bewachen. Hier gibt's nicht zu bewachen. Oh, hallo, Alter. Ulti, Ulti, Ulti. Tut weh, wa? Ich hab mich trotzdem getroffen. Nee, 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 das ist schon sein. Lecker, lecker Riesel. Gut, dann werden die auch. Im Wasser? What? Tauchermission. Oh, guck mal hier. Zeugs. Ah, da kann ich nicht hin. Dab, 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 dab. Status bedenklich. Ja, wegen diesen Idioten halt, ne? Angriff. Alter. Du gehst mir auf den Sack. Schießt du denn hin? Naja. Wow, mein Fuß. Ohne euren Riesen seid ihr nicht so cool, wa? Der sich ganz allein gegen mich gestellt hat. Pff, lächerlich. Komm, hier lasst ihr mich aber rein, oder? Natürlich lassen sie mich hier rein. So, und ich muss noch ganz... Ich muss nach ganz links. Ich muss nach ganz links. Sag mir, du bist jetzt aber weg, oder? Da. Wo ist sie? Ja, Blut.
It's locked.
It's locked. Wo ist sie denn? Die komische Trulle, du. Wo bist du? Ja. Was ist diese Frau? Aha. Spring mich nicht an, Alter. Wenn du dich anspringst, ist es dein Verderben. Ich weiß gar nicht, wo sie ist. Bist du hier drinne? Nee, anscheinend nicht. Ich zombifiziere hier noch. Ja, ohne Spaß, wo ist die komische Trolle? Where the fuck are you? Okay, Sammelobjekt, sehr nice. Wo ist die Schrolle, Trolle? Ja, zu dritt gegen mich, wa? Schweinerei, sag ich noch so. So, scheiße. Ah, kommen noch 2 weitere hinzu, perfekt. Geschieht euch recht, die Schweine. Warte, wo treibt es sich rum? Ah, wo genau steht da? Oversight of the Cemetery, also müsste irgendwo rechts sein. Also hier irgendwo. Da ist sie ja. Oh, ich hab sie endlich gefunden, Alter, wie du mir auf den Sack gegangen bist. Ohne Spaß.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like
At this time,
the worst.
did he hurt?
Matthew, what?
Ja, bla bla.
The Spanish...
You don't understand.
As harsh as...
I never.
Are you...
I have.
I've seen many deaths in my life.
Thank you for your sincere work.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I wanted you to know that you have done nothing wrong. Unlike me.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our...
You realize...
Why? Why should I go?
You're right. I believe...
You sound like you're no...
Let's just say, I too...
Please accept my condol...
Have you recently...
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Matthew. The world has gone.
Wer das? Stimmt, das kann ich jetzt auch noch machen. Finde raus, in der Schall gehört. Das habe ich geschafft. So, ab die Schwester suchen. Wo ist die tote Schwester? Ja,
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
Ah, da. Perfekt, Zwischensequenz.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
I'm not a religious man. You should know that.
This is not about you forgiving yourself. This is for her. This is you telling Mary how sorry you are.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Kannst du ja am Arsch nehmen.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening.
Change.
Could this be the scarf you lost, Miss Popper?
It is much more than a scarf to me. It is the only thing that connects me to my family and my country. Thank you so much.
The fuck?
Goodbye, miss. Take...
Ich gebe nie wieder Questgegenstände ab.
have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. Remember you.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be stilled, my child. I bring understanding.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the God.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCallum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks. Good evening.
Evening. Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Beauty is not everything, Mr. Elwood.
Says Mr. Pretty Face.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front?
No.
Can you tell me any?
Before the shouts,
Did you
I couldn't hear.
Goodbye for now, mister. Good evening.
Good evening.
Pepper.
Yes?
I have no...
The rules say...
Is he work?
Hey.
Milton.
Yes,
Is this...
No.
What?
Why not?
How can you be affected by the misery around you, and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reed. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
Whose idea was it?
What?
Answer my...
It was my...
What can you...
Everybody's afraid.
As a nurse?
Yeah.
Goodbye, nurse. What on earth happened here? Good evening.
Good evening.
What can you...
That...
And did you...
No.
Where is...
I don't know. I don't...
Did you...
I think...
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening.
I need blood.
Is there any...
Many things can happen under...
But did you see...
I can't say I did.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturne.
Oh, Jonathan. I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Yes, and I'm afraid...
Jonathan, how could...
Forgive me if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan. What more?
He was bigger than a man.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
No.
I have
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? A hand?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Have you
Her name was Amelia.
Is there sufficient...
Yes, Jonathan. The
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Thank you. Good evening.
Dr.
Can you tell me... It's a trap. Do you think...
It's not...
Goodbye.
What can you... All I know is I ain't letting anyone...
I'll leave. It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Roll back to the hell that spawned you. Sir, no civilians allowed. Least spot! It's age!
Maya. Was habt ihr schön für mich? Hm? Okay. Mhm. So ein süßer Mann. Muss ich überhaupt suchen? Hm. Geh mal ein bisschen. Ah, bist nicht so der große Gönner, oder? Ja, was ist das? Spinner.
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this. Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Goddamn right, wie spät haben wir es überhaupt? Es gibt jetzt nur 2, Alter, what the fuck. Oh, 14 Schillinge. Das ist einiges.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Maybe you should. Hä? Hab ich jemand gesehen oder was ist hier los?
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you...
It's all about... What they call me...
Have you ever...
Where else?
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir.
Do you have...
It's hard to work.
What do...
Things have been...
Do you know a man who lives in this...
Sorry, sir. I don't know.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check...
So long, Rufus.
Lass doch persönliche Fragen.
Evening.
Evening.
So you...
No.
This city has abandoned so many.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone.
Why do you think she's...
I can't say.
So long, Rufus.
Hypocrites, all of them.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I was...
Don't like questions.
What?
A shit.
Are you...
No.
Is there...
Well.
What's your...
I take care of me.
You...
I lost the net.
Sometime...
I just wanted...
Any chance you can...
The sad saint.
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then.
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening, madam. I'm Dr.
Why?
I work at the Pembroke...
Oh.
The disease take...
It's Mrs.
It's locked, all right.
So you...
Yes.
Forgive my...
You
mean Rufus?
But you're not.
Years may have...
How is life around here?
Life is all...
Do you think...
Don't know.
Violet...
And self...
May I...
Since my husband died, I...
Did you...
Oh no.
How did...
My theme...
I'm trying...
You talk...
The very same, Miss...
I'm sorry.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
Was wollt ihr?
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize?
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well.
I'm Dyson Delaney.
What do you do? Why do you...
Mate.
You sound very...
I speak...
Don't you...
I'd love...
Is the...
That's it.
No...
Let me...
Another... Is there...
That's it.
No...
Let me tell...
All right.
If you...
What kind of...
It was a bomb.
You lost.
I've lost everything.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Is there any...
That's it.
Why?
Cynicism.
Why?
Cynicism.
I'm looking...
I really...
Who could?
About to say...
Sure.
Sure. No.
Do...
No.
I want...
I'm still... No.
Do you...
I do.
Inebriation...
Yes.
Take this, then.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Goodbye. Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Good evening.
And what do you do? A vampire?
I know what you're...
Mr. Throg.
A man of science.
What?
Did you hear? But it's my...
So...
I patrol...
Can I?
Actually...
Are you out?
If you would... It's simple.
Have you ever...
Of course I have. Of course.
Well,
I did think...
So you...
Vampire?
I'm looking...
Sad?
Really?
It's nothing.
Maybe at least...
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watt.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that...
Goodbye. Good evening.
Good evening.
You remember?
Of course.
Thank you for...
What? That's not...
Who? How...
Well, perhaps, Doctor.
How could a...
I have a...
Doctors aren't...
Oh, thank...
Your son...
I'm only... I like her too.
What is bothering?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like...
Tom?
I heard the...
I believe...
Oh, I bet you're right.
Please, tell...
Well, I don't like to gossip.
The important... Where is it?
It's in a...
Goodbye.
There's gotta be something because he's trying to get out of this. I shouldn't share a drink to the boy. No? Being cursed all night is just another lost orphan.
Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind him.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you...
People don't appreciate...
You look concerned.
This is a bad borough.
So you and your friends all...
Tom's the only
This place...
We get people...
So that...
Yeah.
You're...
Yeah.
Excuse...
Some involved.
Believe me, I never...
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay.
Sabrina...
I love Tom. Not...
Who's...
I mean, we're always together.
Just...
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin.
Miss...
You better ask...
Why not answer?
We respect...
Goodbye.
Okay.
So few clients. These go outside. There's gotta be something trying to get out.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Sean Hampton's trail.
All of you just need killing. Die, vermin! Killing. Die, vermin!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Mhm. Alter, ich habe ja schon die dritte Portion gegeben, schon wieder aufgegessen oder was? Ja, recht langsam.
Eigentlich nicht, die brauchen nur 500 am Tag, deswegen geben wir auch zu essen haben.
Die hatten gerade die Portion vollgefressen gehabt.
Nee, deswegen müssen wir es noch geben.
Ich mach noch die Mission zu Ende.
Bei mir hat wohl nichts, oder? Weil er schläft.
Der hat sich wahrscheinlich gerade vollgefressen, deswegen pennt er. Hat sich erschreckt. Und wie er nach unten guckt, so, what the fuck. Okay. Los geht's. Letzte Mission. Hä? Ich bin hier gerade gespawnt? What the fuck? So, ich bin hier gespawnt. Ja, ich verstehe. Welche muss wieder? So, du Kackvieh, Alter. Jetzt gibt's kein Entkommen mehr von mir. Oder? Muss ich überhaupt da rein? Nee, ne? Ja, außenrum vorbei, oder? Da sieht's so aus. Nee, kann ich nicht. Ich muss an dem Viech vorbei. Fuck. Wow, hallo, Alter. Da ist er ja schon. Ja, es ist tot. Ich hab durch den von ein paar Idioten. Jawohl, war doch einfacher als ich dachte. Hast du was für mich gedroppt? Jawohl. Jawohl. Seltene Blutproben.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them!
Ich glaube, der bei einigen Leuten verbrannt war. So, da wollen wir mal bauen, wa? Scheiße. Gut.
I have this thirst for blood.
Ich komme hier nicht raus, warum nicht? Mich doch alle nutzen, oder? Wie zu fix soll ich sonst da hinkommen? Alter, kann doch nicht wahr sein, dass ich da nicht hinkomme. Hier lang? Nee, auch nicht. Warte, was? Da komme ich auch nicht rein, ne? Nee. Oh, guck mal, Truhe. Was, wenn ich da lang gehe? Hier ist okay. Entschuldigung. Ist irgendwann nach rechts können, ne? Da müsst ihr vorbeikommen. Kann ich durch die Tür? Nee. Boah, Alter, regt mich das auf. Wasserkiste. Oh, hallo. Die ganz schnell bekommen. So müsste es hier durchgehen. Kann ich jetzt hier nach links und dann nach rechts und dann müsste ich durchkommen hoffentlich. Oh fuck, Alter. Okay, dann gehen wir jetzt das Ding hier. Alter. Au. Au. Geh uns nicht zurück, bevor du stirbst. Die habe ich jetzt so viel Blut gekostet, die Schweine. Warte, wo muss ich überhaupt lang? Ich muss links lang hier, oder? Jo. Dann nach rechts irgendwann. Muss ich nach links? Ne, muss ich nicht. Das ist eine Lüge. Ah, muss ich vielleicht doch dahin, weil das Blut dahin führt. Quatsch. Das ist wahrscheinlich nur eine Nebenquest. Vampyr, 3 Karten plus 5. Ja, okay. Hier konnte ich vorher nicht rein. Und aufgeschlossen. Perfekt. Achso, hier ist schon vorbei.
It's locked.
Alles ist locked. Oh, hallo. Bist
Good
du?
evening, miss. I'm Dr. John.
Good evening.
Have we met?
No, but I just...
That's quite judgmental.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
May I?
I'm killing myself scraping...
As a...
Ah.
Why so...
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Kann ich die töten?
What can you tell me about...
Tell you what, just...
If you have something...
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
You don't know?
You're...
You're right. I have never suffered from poverty. But that doesn't mean I don't fight it and its consequences.
I really doubt you ever had to fight for anything in your life, Dr. Reed.
Ist nicht verarscht.
You speak...
You better.
You...
Those...
Isn't
a few...
what really happened?
I drank.
I'm looking...
What is it you want?
Well, I'll leave...
Digga, ich hoffe, du fragst einen elenden Tod.
Good evening, miss.
A fancy doctor.
And what about you?
You want to know my secret? As long as...
Are you...
Mr. Ham...
What can...
It's just...
What can you tell...
It may be a...
Which...
Well,
I am...
Glad to...
You...
No.
Ja, das interessiert mich alles so null, um ehrlich zu sein.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Okay. Goodbye.
Kann ich mal die Schnauze halten?
This must be a picture of the bomb explosion Dyson Delaney spoke of.
Wo ist der Hampton? Ja. Das heißt, ich gehe jetzt da runter zuerst. Oh, guck mal hier. Das war's? Das ist langweilig. Ein bisschen Munition.
But why the long face, Doctor?
Is it all that worries you, Sean? My long face? Really?
This is a blessing for me, to become a Skal. Immortality gives me more time and energy, if truth be known, to run a shelter. What more could I want?
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
You think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Why return here?
This is my home.
Wonders never cease. Skal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire
And what about...
Alas, poor William.
Why did you kill Miss Jones?
Killed old Harriet?
So you claim Miss Jones...
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman.
But you were
Of course.
People have been murdered.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me.
I'll be here when you return.
Ja gut, und ich höre mal auf hier zu spielen. Bis dann, ciao.